Okay, class, in this video we're going to go over how to install CATIA onto your personal computer. So I had to do this in a few videos, so I'm actually going to play the videos and just talk over them. Alright, so go to your Canvas or check your email, and I sent you a CATIA link for you to download CATIA. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play the video, and I'll just talk over it. And we are using CATIA V5 2020 in the computer lab. Okay, so this link will take you to Teams. So once you click on the link, it's going to want to load Teams. If you don't have Teams downloaded on your computer, it's okay. We can always use the web version. You can cancel, or if you want, you can always click the option to yes. Anytime you click on a Teams link, it'll take you to Teams. So we're going to use the web version. The web version of Teams. Okay, so this is where the instructors, the CATIA instructors and students have access to the chats and also to files regarding the CATIA V5 installation. A few students commented that they had trouble downloading it. Others commented that they had no issues with downloading CATIA. So as you can see, I clicked on Files. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the student zip file, the CATIA student Win B64 folder, and we're actually going to click here and download it onto your computer. Let me go ahead and just forward a little bit. So the instructions do tell you to download the CATIA folder. It'll download as a zipped folder, which you are going to have to unzip or extract. Okay, so as you can see, the instructions tell you to download the zip folder, and this will load CATIA for you. Okay, so go to the CATIA student Win B64 folder and go ahead and download it. It'll take a while. CATIA is a large software, so there's a lot of stuff to download. Okay, so go ahead and download it. It's gonna take a while, so if you want to pause this video, I'm gonna go ahead and forward the video a little bit to where it actually downloads. Okay, so once the file downloads, you're going to go to your downloads folder. Okay, so go to your downloads folder, and you'll see once you click on there that we have that zipped folder. Now it's hard to see, but the folder does have a zipper on it, meaning it's been compressed, so it just makes it easier to transfer folders, either when you're uploading it up to the cloud or up to your email, for example, and you're going to email it to somebody. This folder, because has so much data, it's large in size, so it's been compressed. So what you need to do is right click on it, and you want to extract all. So that'll unzip the folder. Just think of going on a trip, getting on the plane, and you stuffed everything you can on your luggage bags, and you're trying to push as much stuff as you can. And now we're going to unzip that folder and take all our clothes out. Same idea. Okay, so let me continue on with play. Okay, so we're going to extract it, and you can see it creates a duplicate folder. And you can see it's going to take a while for it to extract. So it creates this folder with no zipper. So it's just like taking your baggage and unzipping it and taking all your clothes out that you stuffed in there before going on your trip. Okay, so it's going to extract it, and obviously this folder is going to eat up a lot more data. Go ahead and forward a little bit. So once this folder is extracted, we're actually going to go into this folder and we're going to execute the upload, or the installation, I should say, of CATIA onto your software, onto your computer, by mistake. Okay, so open the folder. And go ahead and open the next folder, and we're going to go to Setup, and this will start installing CATIA into your computer. Now this will take a while, okay, so depending on the speed of your computer. Also want to keep to downloading the zip folder. That'll depending on your internet speed. Okay, so this is just telling you where it's going to place the CATIA files. It's going to put it in the program files, and it'll create a Dassault Systems folder. So Dassault Systems is the owner of CATIA and SolidWorks and other softwares. And you're just going to go ahead and click Next. Now, if at any time a window pops up saying, hey, do you want to allow the software to make changes to your computer? Just say yes, allow. And I'm just going to keep clicking Next. I'm not going to customize anything. I'll just keep clicking Next. If something is checked, I'll just say Next. If an option is not checked, it's okay. I'll just keep clicking Next. Do I want to bring in Innovia to save my files into? Nope. Something like this you would if you're working in a company, but not for personal use. You can just leave that unchecked and hit Next. If at any time you're having trouble downloading, installing CATIA, you may need to turn off, if you have any like Norton protection, for example, you may need to turn it off temporarily, or take down or turn off your firewall. So if you have issues where it will not install the software, just go ahead and turn off your computer protection, and just don't forget to turn it back on once you're done installing CATIA. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and forward a little bit, and again, if at any time it asks, hey, do you want to allow access to this software to your computer, just say yes. So I'm going to go ahead and just forward, because this will take a while. Okay, so it'll take quite a few minutes to install CATIA. So I'm just going to fast forward on the video. Okay, so once it installs CATIA, hey, I'm going to click the check mark and say yes, I do want to start CATIA. Okay, so if you're ready to open CATIA, then click on the option, hit finish, and it'll load up CATIA. Okay, so let's continue on with the video. Now, it's already giving me a message like, hey, you don't have a license. Yes, so if you don't have permission to access the license, first of all, you're going to have to pick a license, and it has already picked one for us. There's only one option. If you work for a company, it actually gives you a list of licenses. But for us, we have a student license. It's already on. If it has a check mark, it's on. Hit OK. And then we have to restart CATIA. Okay, so once we have chosen a license, we had to shut down CATIA and then restart CATIA over again. So I'm going to go ahead and restart it. Okay, so there's the icon. So when it installed CATIA, it also created a shortcut icon for you on your desktop. And it's warning me again, hey, you don't have a license. Even though we chose a license, it's letting me know that we don't have access to CATIA. Okay, so once again, you can see that we've chosen the license, right? It's on. And then we hit OK. And yet it's still going to give us that error message, you do not have access. So you're going to have to turn off CATIA, and then I'll show you how to get access to CATIA. So we'll shut off CATIA. Okay, so if we go back to Teams, it's going to tell us to install the license file. Okay, so there is a license file and also a text file that we have to install into our folder. Okay, so there it is. So following the instructions, they're telling us to take this license folder, and that'll give us access to CATIA. Okay, so we go back to Teams, go to Files folder. Okay, so once you're in Teams, go back to Files. We're going to download the license file, and then later we'll do the text file. Okay, so license file is downloaded. We're going to go to our Downloads folder. Okay, so we're going to download that license file from the Downloads folder, and then we need to place it in a folder. So if we read the instructions, it tells us to place it in a folder in your C drive. Okay, so you can see it says we're going to go to the C drive, Program Data folder, the Solve Systems folder, and then Licenses folder. So that file we just downloaded has to go into that folder. Now, one problem is that most likely you're not going to be able to see that Program Data folder. So here it's telling us, hey, you may not be able to see that folder, the Program Data folder. So you're going to have to unhide it. So there's some folders that Windows hides from you. Typically, you'll never ever need to go to those folders, but in this case we do. Okay, so you don't make any mistakes of moving files and messing up your software. It tends to turn off folders like Program Data. So we're going to have to show it. So let me show it in a separate video. But actually, let me let this video run a few more seconds, and then I'm going to show you where we're going to drop that license file. Alright, so we're going to go to the C drive as instructed in Teams. And then we're going to go to Program Data folder. Now there's a good chance that you don't see that Program Data folder. Let me go back a little bit. So once you're in the C drive, you'll see that Program Data folder. Program Data. If you don't see it, you need to turn it on. Okay, so let me show you in a separate video here that I recorded how to turn that on. Okay, so if you don't see Program Data folder, they need to show hidden folders. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the View tab. Notice you don't see Program Data folder. Go to View tab, and then you're going to go to Show Hidden Items, and you're going to see it load. As soon as I click on Hidden Items, and it loads more folders. Okay, so there's Program Data. Okay, once you click on it, then you'll get access to the license folder. Alright, so let's go back to the previous video. Okay, so we have program data folder. Open it. We're going to go to Dassault Systems as instructed, and then from Dassault Systems we're going to enter the license folder. Okay, so there's the licenses folder. And again, Dassault Systems owns CATIA and other softwares like SolidWorks. That's why we're in the Dassault Systems folder. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go retrieve that license file that we downloaded, and we're going to place it in this license folder. Okay, so we go to Downloads folder. Okay, so go to Downloads folder, and there's that license. So there's the license file that we downloaded earlier from Teams. You can see here it's the type of extension it has, license, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and copy, or we can cut the file, either one, cut or copy, and we're going to place it in that Dassault Systems license folder. Okay, so go to C drive, and then we're going to go to Program Data, go to Dassault Systems, and let's go to Licenses, and now we're going to paste it. So you're going to right click in space, so click anywhere in space, right click and paste that license. Okay, now we're not done yet. We also have to copy over a text file. Should have done that along with the license file. Actually forgot about it. So we're going to go back to Teams. Okay, so go back to Teams. Make sure you are in Files. And we're going to bring in the DSL license server text file. Okay, so go ahead and download it. Okay, so click and download, and it'll go into your downloads folder once again. So we're going to go back to downloads, and there's that text file, DSLIC SRV, right click, and you can either cut or copy, either one will work. And we're going to go back to that C drive, program data folder, Dassault Systems folder, licenses, and I'll right click in space and paste it. Okay, so all right, so that text file was already in that folder, so we ended up just overwriting it. Don't know if it made a difference, but I went ahead and decided to overwrite that file with the text file. Let's go ahead and continue on. So it looks like we have everything in place. And I think we're ready to start CATIA. So let's minimize this and double click on the CATIA icon on your desktop, and let's see if we have CATIA. And give it a few seconds. It takes a while to upload the software because it's such a large, powerful software. And everything's looking good. And And yes, we have CATIA. So our license is good, access is good. Okay, so if this is not the workbench you want to be in, you can always close the file, go to Start, and pick the workbench you want to work in, whether it's part design, assembly, or maybe you want to work in surfacing, like generative shape design. So I'll just show you how to go into part design. Hit OK, and we are in part design. All right, so we have access to CATIA. Everything's looking good. If for some reason a CATIA is moving really slow, or maybe you can't see points or lines in space, chances are you have a very slow video card. All right, so that's the end of this video.